spent $1.1 billion on in the year 2013. Do you think it was research of cancer or our defense budget? In fact, it was the 37,525 births from unwed teens aged 15 to 19. According to the nationalcampaign.org, 86% of them were unwed. I believe that Texas should follow a program that teaches contraceptives to students to teach teenagers how to prevent pregnancies in the first place. Texas is ranked 47th out of the 50 states that we have in this nation for teen pregnancies. The abstinence-based teaching program that Texas follows is a failed practice. The introduction of contraceptives and their uses will give students an option to have safe sex instead of us pretending like they don't have it. Texas has a need to prevent these pregnancies and cut the costs the state has to pay because of them. According to HHS.gov, 52% of students grades 9 through 12 have had sexual intercourse. 17% of them have had 4 or more partners. Those are our teenagers have had 4 or more sexual partners. Out of the 52%, just half of them used a condom. Only 13% use birth control pills, and 6% have a NuvaRing or similar form of an IUD or birth control. With the abstinence-only program, students are not taught about the preventative measures that they can take so they don't end up pregnant. These pregnancies cost the state over $1 billion, and we have one of the highest pregnancy rates in the nation. It is irresponsible as adults to turn a blind eye to the problem and pretend like our teenagers never have sex. If we do not teach our students how to protect themselves, we can only expect for the rate to continue. While it's lower than its peak in '91, we also have the internet and ways for teenagers to teach themselves. We need to open our eyes to this problem and put a plan into action. The state could easily adopt a program that teaches medically accurate information on the uses of contraception. The state can still teach abstinence as the best way to prevent pregnancy. It's the fail-safe. It's the best way to prevent pregnancy and STDs. But they should also include the different types of birth control and the information behind each. If we put the power of smart decision behind the students, then we can expect them to make better, more educated choices when it comes to whether or not they have sex and what they will use if they do. According to CNN.com, in 2010 alone, Colorado saved $42 million on healthcare costs associated with teen births, thanks to the program, the family planning program that gave IUDs to teens at low or no cost. Also, in just 3 years, they went from 29th in the nation for teen pregnancies to 19th. That's huge. That's a huge step. If we allow our teenagers to make smart decisions with accurate information, we can expect drastic results. According to Guttmacher.org, Maine teaches contraception, stresses abstinence, includes healthy decision making, and communication within the family. They do not teach the importance of sex only within a marriage or negative outcomes of teen sex. While Texas does not teach contraceptives or communication with the family, they do stress abstinence, the importance of sex only within a marriage, the negative outcomes of teen pregnancy, how to avoid coercion, and healthy decision making. Maine rates number 4 out of 50 in teen pregnancy rates. They cost the state only $54 million, and 91% of the teenagers having sex use some sort of contraceptive. This is all according to the nationalcampaign.org. The main consequence behind adopting a bill that teaches contraceptives is that parents will have to be more involved in their children's decisions, since in Texas you have to have parental consent to get birth control unless you're married. So I I believe a bill should be presented to mandate the teaching of medically sound information on contraceptive use during a student's sexual education course. Don't scare them with abstinence only. Teach them. Remember, according to the nationalcampaign.org, 86% of the 37,525 births in 2013 were from unwed teens aged 15 to 19, costing the state $1.1 billion. Let's get Texas on board and get a bill passed to educate our students. Remember when you were a teenager, they are the exact same as you. Let's help them make the decisions we were never able to make. Let's put some trust that our children are smart and will make the right decisions when it comes to time. How can they do that if we don't give them the information? Not only is our pregnancy rate one of the highest, according to NewYorkTimes.com, we have the highest repeat teen birth rate. It is time our eyes were open to the truth and allowed our teens a chance to thrive and prove their intelligence.